Here's a quick way to make a time-lapse from video using Avidemux. You need Avidemux. That part's easy. So get that installed, and then you want to open up your video with Avidemux. That's easy too. Now if you want to, you can use file append to join multiple clips. So just choose them in order. Then you want to choose an output codec. That's necessary anytime you're changing a video, which we are certainly doing. Then you go to filters. Now first filter is resample FPS. So you need to put a low value in here. The lower you go, the less frames it'll keep. So let's try 10. Then you need change FPS. And you choose your output frame rate here. That's all the filters, so click close. Then you can choose an audio output and your container. So if you know which file extension you want, that's where you do this. So that's done. Now you just need to hit File, Save. And I'll call that one Lapse 1 for now. And you need to put your extension on there too. Avidemux is funny like that. And then just hit Enter or Save, I guess it is. And that'll spend a few minutes or hours or days processing, depends how long your video is. Hopefully not days. For me this takes, anywhere between, well, a few seconds sometimes, and longer. It can be, close to an hour sometimes if I'm doing a really big job. So we'll skip ahead to when that's done. Okay, that's taken about 13 minutes to process. And now you'll have your output file wherever you told it to save, so hopefully you remember where that is. I think I do. Well, that helps. It actually tells you where you put it. So now you have a time-lapse ready to play. Now this one should go, I think, 3 times normal speed because I decimated it down to 10 frames per second and then back up to 30, so this would just be 3 times speed. So that's that. Now the soundtrack doesn't actually keep in sync. I'm not sure how to tweak the sound. You'd probably want to fiddle around with Audacity and do some other things, but that's not quite within the scope of what I'm doing here. So that one's done. Now you could either throw that new file back into Avidemux, or what I'm going to do here is just change those filters. Since I still have the project open, I'll go back into the filters and go back into my resample over here, and we'll make that something else. We'll make that 1 just to show a drastic difference, and then since we changed it to 1, put it 1 here, and we'll keep the destination frame rate at 30. So now, as long as I didn't mess anything up just then, we'll output this again, and we can leave everything the same over here. And it should go 10 times as fast. So we'll call this one Lapse 2. And hit Save again. And this time it should go faster since we have less output frames. So the last one took something in the area of 13 minutes. I think this one should take less time. Once again, I'll just jump ahead to when she's coming out of the oven. Well, this time we used all the same source files, but because the output had less frames in it, it's coming in under 5 minutes, or right around 5 minutes for output time, so that goes to show the less frames you have to output, less time that'll take. So let's see what lapse 2 looks like. That's obviously a bunch quicker. So this is 10 times real time. And as you can see, if I pause anywhere along here, there's no motion blur. That's, depending on how you look at it, either an advantage or a disadvantage of this method. If you need to go back in and pick out any details, you're better off doing it this way. But the overall viewing experience as a video isn't quite as nice, so that one will be a design choice. But that's it for a simple time-lapse made with Avidemux.